Against all the evil that hell can conjure, all the wickedness that mankind can produce, we will send unto them only you.
If that intro failed to get you hype at all, Doom Eternal is probably not for you. Hi, I'm Jack, a person who's actually beaten the game, and I'm here to tell you in 5 minutes whether or not you'd like this game. First and foremost, a personality test checklist. 1. Do you enjoy murdering things in the most devastating way possible? 2. Do you like feeling like the most badass thing to ever exist? 3. When you hear metal, do you get the urge to commit xenocide? If you answered yes to one or more of these questions, there's a good chance you'll absolutely love Doom Eternal. But before I continue gushing about the game and convincing you to buy it, a quick history lesson of the Doom series. Everyone knows it, everyone loves it. Doom was one of the granddaddies of the first-person shooter genre, released by id in 1993, only to blow the minds of nerds all across the world. Doom was so popular, in fact, that companies had to ban the game in their offices as employees were wasting monumental amounts of time killing demons instead of crunching numbers. To this day, Doom is considered one of the most important games ever made, being one of the first smash hits on PC, as well as turning the developers over at id into godlike figures in the gaming community. Ever heard of John Romero and John Carmack? If you're 20 or older, you almost certainly have, and it's all thanks to Doom. Now, why am I telling you this? Well, in the early 2010s, id was once again tasked with making Doom, and this time as a modern homage to the critically acclaimed giants sitting atop their shoulders. And what we got was Doom 2016. I was 16 years old when this game came out, and I can verifiably say that it changed my life. It both made me a huge fan of arena combat, as well as turned me on to the entire genre of metal with Mick Gordon's award-winning masterwork within the game. That song I played in the intro of this video? That's BFG Division, a song made by Mick specifically for this game and one that I consider a masterpiece. But not only was the sound design godly, the story with its comical lack of exposition led the player to become the Doomslayer. You wake up from a sarcophagus, murder everything in the room, and when the game starts to give you the rundown, you yeet the PDA because who needs it? You know what you're there for, and you were born to do it. Kill demons. To this day, it's one of my favorite games of all time, and certainly one of my favorite openings to any piece of media. And now, 4 years later, we finally get its sequel, Doom Eternal. A game that somehow manages to surpass Doom 2016 in every way, culminating in one of the most viscerally enjoyable games I have ever played. The combat is faster, more fluid, and you have a wider array of terrifying tools to torment the damned with. The levels take you all around the Doomiverse, each one packed with a colossal amount of content and remaining visually stunning throughout. Instead of being a bunch of arenas hastily strung together, the maps are teeming with detail and feel like real places that you get to explore and exterminate in. You can tell Hugo Martin and the rest of id took notes from the critics of 2016, because all the minor flaws have been polished away, only leaving a gleaming and glistening gore-filled romp ripe for your playing pleasure. I actually deliberately only used footage from the first 3 levels in this video because I don't want to spoil too much, but I do want to highlight one sequence from level 3 that may convince you to get this game. You're tasked with retrieving the legendary super shotgun from an elevated platform, but instead of going to get it yourself, the game forces you into essentially playing a mini tutorial for the Revenant, a playable demon in the multiplayer mode. While that part was unexpected and exciting on its own, the ending sequence is what really got me. After grabbing the super shotty and disconnecting the neural link, the Revenant you were controlling is left kneeling at your feet, shaking in fear of what is undoubtedly going to come next. With your new shotgun acquired and a job still left to do, you do the only thing you know how: blast that demon back to hell. That short sequence alone is one of the most satisfying things I've ever done in a game. And as far as the campaign goes, that's where I'll leave it for now. But you're probably wondering, how's the multiplayer? Great question. In short, when it works, its unique structure makes for an awesome experience. But when it doesn't, it's quite frustrating and annoying. Well, no game is fun when your enemy is lagging through the level and killing you with hit-scan weapons, but when everything's running smoothly, the mode has a surprising amount of depth and nuance to keep you coming back for more. I'd liken it to a Doom-esque Left 4 Dead, but in a 2v1 format. Quite enjoyable solo as a Slayer, or in a duo of demons with a buddy. And that's it! Doom Eternal is 100% verifiably kick-ass, and in my eyes, rightfully earned its place next to Doom 1993 and 2016. If you're a fan of the franchise, go pick this game up. I'd rate it a 666 out of 700, or in layman's terms, a 9.5 out of 10. Thank you, Id and Hugo Martin, for the fresh meat to rip and tear.